Hi, this is D78 Conversations, and I'm Rick Beyer, and with me is classmate Diane Boyer. Hi, Diane. How you doing?
Hi, Rick. I'm great. Thanks. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. And Diane's coming to us from Vail, Colorado. And Diane has been a skier, as a lot of you probably know, since age 4. And while she was at Dartmouth, she competed on the Pro Mogul Tour while simultaneously playing several varsity sports at Dartmouth. So that's kind of a trick. And after graduation, she went back to Vail to work at the family business, and she's been there ever since, been running it since 1992.
Pretty
She's a
scary, right?
Pardon?
Pretty scary.
Yeah, pretty scary. Well, I'm going to ask you about that. You're a passionate skier, an outdoor enthusiast, and actively promoting skiing for women and families. And I think 4 years ago, you were inducted into the Colorado Snow Sports Museum Hall of Fame. So that is awesome stuff. So, thank you so much for joining us. And really, the first question, really important question: when was the last time you went skiing?
Sunday. And
Sunday.
what's today? Wednesday. I may go this afternoon, as a matter of fact.
You said it snowed last night.
It did. Not as much as we would have liked, but I'm looking out at the mountain right now, and we probably have a couple, 2, 3 inches of snow. And we're supposed to get 18 coming up this weekend. So we're all very happy.
Well, it never snows as much as we want it to. That is just a truism of life. Diane, it's so cool that you have been involved in your family business, I guess, since it was started, right, in 1972.
Right.
So tell us about the business. It's called, you just told me how to pronounce it. I'm still going to get it wrong. So I'm going to let you say the name of it and tell us about the business.
That's right. It's called SPEA. And I was child labor in 1972. Um, was taken to the ski show in Las Vegas in I was, I think, at 10th grade at that point. And I've been doing it ever since. I call Skea my third child. I have two wonderful girls, and Skea has become an errant child that I love as much as I hate on some days. But
An errant child. Why,
yeah,
why is it an errant child?
well, children grow up and go through phases, and so do businesses. And sometimes it makes you think twice. Has the business really grown up, or has it just sort of coasted along? But it's been there a long time, so I'm very proud of that.
And the business is women's ski and outerwear, I think. And
Mhm.
you're president, but you're also, it sounds like an ad for the hair club for men, but you're president, but you're also a designer or the designer. I'm not sure which.
Right. So Skea's sort of gone through some transformations, and now we've added golf and summer activewear as well as winter activewear, and of course ski and outerwear. Um, yeah, I do a little bit of everything from packing boxes to designing to handling finance, and that's what keeps it interesting. A little bit of
That's
everything.
That's the small business model that I always say, yeah, I'm the president of my production company and also sweep the floor
Mhm.
when it needs it. Um, Now, both for your company and for the ski industry, it seems to me you've had some twin challenges. I mean, I guess sort of a larger scale challenge with climate change and how that can affect the ski industry and businesses involved, as well as in the last year the challenge everybody's been dealing with, which is the pandemic, almost dating to a year ago today. How has that impacted your business and your life?
Well, let's deal with the two different points, one being climate change and the other one being the pandemic. Climate change is an ongoing thing. And, some years are colder and some years are warmer. The trend seems to be a bit warmer. Has it affected the ski business, climate change? Not specifically yet, because on some years that are warmer, we'll actually have a snowier winter. There's some different phenomenons that go on with the weather. You've heard of many different El Nina, La Nina, El Nino, and all the different things that those are supposed to do, which never really fall into line. But um, in the ski industry, we are very concerned with climate change. We have an organization called Protect Our Winters, POW, and we are actively working to hopefully protect the winter climate, because of course without that we don't have skiing. Vis-a-vis the pandemic, it was rough. Vail was one of the first places to sort of have it in the United States. We right about now, last year was the Burton Open. Actually, it would have been last weekend, where people came from all over the world to Vail and brought disease with them. And we had a huge outbreak very, very early. Vail shut down very early as a town. Everybody left as far as tourists and guests. And the few of us who actually live here stayed. Everyone was extremely careful, and we've really got the pandemic under control. I believe this morning my friend told me that in our county, we've already vaccinated over 25,000 people. And we're a very small county. So it's pretty amazing. How did it affect business? It was rough. Everything closed a month early. Shops are stuck with inventory. Shops canceled, specifically usually me, canceled orders that I had already placed with the factories. I was left in a sort of an awkward inventory situation. I was able, since we're small, I'm nimble enough that I could cancel some orders early and get out of things. However, I was left with extra inventory, and it caused me to shift my business in a good way. I used to be 100% B2B, business to business, right? And over the last few years, we've added more B2C, or business to consumer, through web sales and so on. And during the pandemic, I certainly focused more, both financially and marketing wise, on our web sales, as well as supporting our retailers. I was very proactive, helping our retailers, putting off payment dates, trying to adjusting orders for them, and generally being understanding with our retail partners, because we truly are partners. And then at the same time, ramping up my direct to consumer sales through the internet.
Wow. I mean, that's a tough, it's not even a juggling act. It's like three juggling acts on top of a moving terrain. I can only, I can only imagine. So you mentioned that you're doing direct to consumer sales. I should ask you, what is the website for people who want to take advantage of that?
ScaleLimited.com. You have to spell out the word limited. And we do, I'll give everybody a code for use at checkout.
Ooh, okay.
So the nice thing is that when you grow your direct to consumer business, it also helps your retail partners, because it just gets the name out there with more consumers. We've done a lot of consumer advertising on the web, and it's amazing how much our reach has extended during this past year.
So, you, like the rest of the class, without giving away any important information, most of us are turning 65 this year. Some of us have already done so. What do you think the future holds for you and for Skea, for your business, and for your efforts, which have been many, in promoting outdoor sports, promoting skiing for women and families in Colorado, and that stuff?
The business will go on. I will stay in, I'm not sure what capacity, as I age. Horrible word. And as far as snow sports in general, I'm chairman of the board of the Colorado Ski and Snowboard Museum. And so I would like to be able to have some more time to give to that, and to really help with families skiing, ski racing, and skiing as a family. Skiing is definitely a family sport. Whether your children are competitive or not, it's a sport that you can do with your children all the way through life. I mean, my parents both skied. Well, my mother skied till she was 90. My dad passed a little earlier, but we all skied with them multi-generationally, and there are not too many sports where you can do that. So for me, it's a passion. I have a tagline for my company, which is follow your passion for your dreams. And skiing is a passion of mine, and my dream is to be able to enjoy the mountains and the outdoors for as long as I can with my family. I'm a new Grammy. My daughter just had a baby last week, so I'm cautiously optimistic that she will love skiing as much as we all do.
Here's hoping that you get to be on the slopes for many years, if not decades to come. And thank you very much for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Rick. I think it's a great thing, and it's nice to hear what other classmates are doing as we move forward. And it's always moving forward. There's a trail in Vail called Avanti, and it's an important part of life. We have to always move forward. So, Avanti.
Avanti. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rick.